question, the member from Kitchener-Waterloo.
Thank you very much. My question is to the Premier, to the Deputy Premier. Selling Hydro One will pay for less than 3% of the Liberals' transit and infrastructure promises. But the Premier is doing it anyway, even though she has no mandate and no good reason, although we just heard that Bay Street has already benefited from this plan. But she promises the money will go into the Trillium Trust. Well, the Premier says one thing, her Harper-style omnibus bill says something completely different. The money from the sale of Hydro One is going directly into consolidated revenues. There's nothing in the budget bill that says this money must be spent on infrastructure. And the Liberals are just trying to spin Ontarians so that they'll buy into this misguided scheme to sell off Hydro One.
Deputy Premier.
Well, Speaker, I'm afraid that the member opposite is misinformed because of the $9 million estimated for the sale of part of Hydro One. Approximately $5 million will go towards the debt. The book value is $5 billion. The book value will go to the debt. The remaining will go into the Trillium Trust, and the Trillium Trust is earmarked for infrastructure projects. Speaker.
Thank you. Supplementary.
Mr. Speaker, we had our briefing yesterday, and perhaps you should read this book, this budget book, because the Trillium Trust Act is key, obviously, to the Premier's asset sale plan, yet the Premier's budget provided no guarantee that the money from the sale of Hydro One will actually go to transit. It looks like the Premier is creating a loophole so that the money doesn't have to go into the Trillium Trust. Who knows where this money will end up? If their own budget doesn't put money directly into the Trillium Trust, why is the Liberal government trying to spin Ontarians about needing to sell off Hydro One?
Speaker, I think what the member opposite is failing to make is the connection between investments in infrastructure and transit and the need to maximize the value of our assets. They are directly linked, and the evidence of that is in the projects that we are moving forward with. Speaker, I do believe that the member opposite knows that her community, the mayors, the regional chair from Kitchener-Waterloo have advocated very, very strongly for enhanced infrastructure investments. That money isn't going to come out of thin air. There is no pixie dust on this. When you build infrastructure, you have to pay for it. We're figuring out how to pay for it so we can build it because people need it and they need it now.